All right, what's up, everybody? It's Jordan here, and today I'm giving you 10 essential accessories for birders. Just a few disclaimers before we get started. I am not sponsored by any of these products. If you're watching products, hit me up. This is just products that I've accumulated over the years that I really like, that I think are worth getting to help your birding experience along and to make things easier for you out in the field. The other thing is that there will be links in the description below for each of the products that I talk about, including a few extra that I didn't include in this video because it's more my videography type products. These are affiliate links for Amazon. It's no extra charge to you. However, I do get a small commission for the sale of any of these products. So again, no extra charge to you. It just helps me and supports my hobby of birding and the channel as well. The first accessory on my list, these are not in any particular order, to the most important to the least important, is a backpack for birding. You want a good backpack for birding. The one that I use is this one right here. It's an Osprey backpack. It's got a good amount of pockets on it. So it has this front pocket right here. Up. And I keep like my shoulder strap in here. I have reusable batteries for my phone, just these chargeable batteries for my phone. In the bigger pocket, it has a bigger pocket as well. And on this one, I can fit a lot. I've got my binoculars. I've got my entire camera in there as well. So it's a great backpack. I highly recommend using it. It's really lightweight. I think you can also, if you'd like, you can put like a camelback, like a water back in here to stay hydrated throughout the day. So I would highly recommend this Osprey backpack for birding. All right, so the second product I would like to recommend is a shoulder bag. The backpack might be a lot to be carrying around all the time, especially if you have binoculars strapped to you, or camera strapped to you, and if you're carrying a scope, you don't want to be carrying a gigantic backpack. So I actually recommend a shoulder bag like this one. This one is by Peak Gear, and it's been great so far. I've used it on several outings. I can barely feel that it's on my back, even with my camera and my binoculars strapped to me. It has this nice button pocket right here. I usually put my car keys in here because I have a lot of keys. And then additionally, it has a zipper pocket. And in the zipper pocket, I just keep things like granola bars, snacks. It's big enough to also fit a small water bottle in there as well. It's a very important thing to have a pack on you. You can fit quite a bit of stuff. In this pocket, it has this nifty front pocket right here. I put a reusable battery for my phone. If my phone dies out in the field, I'll have a backup in here. So I highly recommend having a shoulder bag, especially for shorter excursions. For the longer excursions, you know, if you're gone for a couple hours on a hike or something birding, you'll want to bring a bigger backpack. But for the ones that you're only gone for maybe an hour, 2 hours, shoulder bag's perfect, lightweight, great to use. The next product I would like to recommend to you is for those who have cameras. For the longest time, I was putting my camera around my neck. I just had the basic neck strap and it was hanging on my neck. Cameras are pretty heavy. Having all that weight on your neck is not healthy for you. It's not good for your body. You want to disperse that weight across your shoulders. So I recommend a shoulder strap. This is a shoulder strap by Arvok. Really cheap, really good quality though. Super strong shoulder strap. It connects directly to the bottom of your camera. So it's anchored well onto your camera. And it also has these nifty zipper pockets. I like to keep backup batteries for my camera. This has saved me on a few excursions already this year in the last couple of weeks when my camera battery ran out. And so I have these backup batteries charged and ready to go in here. So get yourself a shoulder strap to take that weight off your neck and to help save your body. All right, don't worry, I didn't forget about those who don't have a camera, who just use binoculars. I do not have this product with me, but I do have one that I highly recommend. I've heard good things about it, and that's a back strap for your binoculars. Again, if you're hanging things from your neck, that's bad for your posture, that's bad for your spine, it's not good for your body. Take that weight off your neck and disperse it to your back. So a back strap goes over your head. It puts all the weight on your back and on your shoulders, and you can carry your binoculars right here for easy access. Highly recommend a back strap for your binoculars. It'll help, you know, in the long term, it'll help your body and it'll help your posture and everything. So get yourself that back strap. Next product every birder needs is a good pair of binoculars. Binoculars are super important. I have two options for you. If you are just starting out with birding, you don't really, it's something new to you, it's something that you are interested in, and you're looking for a cheaper pair of binoculars that are also super reliable, I recommend getting these Oregon binoculars. They're around $60 to $70, really cheap pair of binoculars. They do come with your basic neck strap, but again, I recommend getting that back strap for the binoculars to take that weight off your shoulders. They come with these guards for your eyepieces as well. It has this really easy adjustable knob here. I will say the one thing about them that is a drawback, and you are getting what you pay for with these binoculars, is they also came with caps for the front lenses, and they attached right here on these little plastic things, and those things broke off while I was out birding, and I lost both of them. So if you buy this product, just be aware, these the caps would actually just slide off all the way, so I would actually recommend that you just take them off so you don't lose them out in the field. Then you don't have to worry about it. The other thing is that when you're buying a pair of binoculars, you typically want 8 times zoom or 10 times zoom for birding. These are 12 times zoom. So if you like to get closer to the bird like I do, get yourself this great pair of binoculars for cheap. The other pair of binoculars that I'll have in my description below is a pair of Vortex binoculars. They're much more expensive, much more higher quality. If you have the budget to go for the Vortexes, go ahead and get those. I highly recommend those as well. I've heard great things about them. I've used them a few times, borrowed them from friends and stuff, and I think they would be great for your birding experiences. The next accessory that I recommend for birders is a good notepad. I typically do not use notepads in the field. I take all of my notes on my phone, but I know a lot of people that like to do sketches. They like to take field notes of the birds that they're observing. So get yourself a good notepad. The one that I have linked down in the description below is a waterproof notepad that's actually really good if, it gets wet, if you're out in the rain a lot. It'll protect your notes, it'll protect your field notes, and it's for a pretty affordable price as well. So make sure you get yourself a notepad if you're not into entering information into your phone all the time. I know a lot of people use eBirds, so notepads have kind of become obsolete over time. But I also know a lot of young birders and older birders who still use their notepads, and so get yourself a good notepad for that purpose. All right, the next accessory, and some of you might laugh at this, is something called a dry bag. You're not gonna laugh at that part, but for my dry bag, I use a garbage sack. If it starts pouring rain, I don't want my camera equipment to get wet. I don't want my field guides to get wet either. It's very important that you keep your stuff dry. So for a very budget option, I use a garbage sack. However, I would not recommend this. It's not 100% foolproof. You might get your stuff wet anyways. So I've put a dry bag in the link in the description below. Especially if you're in places that it rains a lot, I feel like when you're out birding, there's always that one trip that comes to mind where it just starts raining cats and dogs and you can't get out of it. So I would recommend getting yourself a dry bag to protect your stuff, protect your gear, and make sure that everything stays safe and dry. The next essential accessory that I recommend for birders is bird feeders. Now I know a lot of people, if you're into birds, you probably have bird feeders. The bird feeder that I have linked in the description below, however, is a platform feeder. Platform feeders are a different type of bird feeder. If you're accustomed or if you're new to the bird feeding game and you're seeing only, the smaller birds, finches, sparrows, stuff like that, this platform feeder might bring in bigger birds to your bird feeder. I've seen, scrub jays eating off of these feeders. I've seen oak titmouse. Bigger birds will like this feeder, and you might attract a more diverse group of birds to your yards. So check out this platform feeder in the description below and diversify the birds in your yard. The next essential accessory for birders at any time in life is field guides. Field guides are so important for when you're going out in the field. I know a lot of you, me, myself included, have our field guides on our phones now. However, what's different about a field guide is that it'll give you these intricate illustrations to go through and pick out the differences in the birds. I have used field guides so much to help identify those similar species that are hard to pick out just by photos. And so get yourself a field guide. The field guide that I have linked in the description below is to a Sibley field guide. I strongly recommend these. I love their illustrations in here. I love the descriptions and the information that you get in these field guides. However, I've also linked an alternative option if you're not into Sibley, National Geographic field guide in the description below, as well as a Peterson's field guide in the description below. Check all of those field guides out and let me know in the comments below, what field guide, if you use them, do you recommend for people who are either starting out birding or who are looking for a new field guide to help them identify those tough birds. All right, and then the last accessory that all birders need is Wingspan. Wingspan is a fantastic game. It is my favorite game. It is amazing. I love it so much. And guess what? Non-birders love this game too. It won Game of the Year. I can't remember what year it won Game of the Year, but it won Game of the Year. It's an amazing game. Fantastic illustrations. It's a fun strategy game that everybody can enjoy. It helps teach you about birds as well. If you like board games, this is definitely one of the best I've ever played. I highly recommend it. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. If you have kids or grandkids who like games but maybe aren't super into birds, they're gonna still love this game. This game is so fun. I don't know. I highly recommend it if you don't have it. The second thing that I'd like to bring up, if you're not super into board games, this is trivia. Bird trivia. It's by Sibley as well, who does the illustrations for the field guides and does the field guides themselves. These are super fun. It comes with a box with a ton of cards, and it's just a little trivia game. So you get this card, it has a little illustration of a bird on it. For example, this one says, name the pictured bird species. Let me know in the comments below what that is. I hope you know what that is. If you don't, this game's definitely for you because you need to learn. You need to work on your IDs. But this is a fantastic trivia / learning game. It has fun bird facts. It has fun bird questions. It's great fun for the whole family. I highly recommend this as well. The last thing I'd like to mention is a bonus accessory that isn't on this list, but number 11, I guess you could say, is you need fun bird merch. You need, stuff to show that you're a birder in the field. Not this. This is just a shirt I'm wearing. But I'm happy to announce that in a few weeks, I will be opening up my merch store. We've got some amazing products in store, embroidered sweatshirts, hats, mugs, water bottles, notepads for your field notes, pretty much everything you can think of, stickers, just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm super excited about this project. I'm open to feedback as well if you have things that you would like included in that. And again, you don't have to buy people's merch. However, if you'd like to support the channel, looking for a way to support the channel, the merch is there if you so desire. I promise I'm trying to make it look as classy as possible. You can wear it out into public and people aren't gonna be like, that's a bird nerd right there. It's supposed to look classy, it's supposed to look good. However, I can do more birdie nerdy type merch if you're into that sort of thing as well. I also just wanna say thank you so much to the community. We recently hit 600 plus subscribers, and I was super excited about hitting 500 in December. Hitting 600 less than a month later has me absolutely jumping off the walls. Thank you guys so much for your support. There's so much content coming, and I'm super excited about this next year. Let me know in the comments below, what accessories did I leave off this list that I should include in the next one? Thank you so much for joining me on this educational journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright Eyed Birding.